How we doing, everybody? Robbie Falk here reporting from the Spectrum Center in Charlotte, North Carolina. Absolutely beautiful day here in Charlotte as Mississippi State has been taking part in practice day here in Charlotte in the first round of the NCAA Tournament. The Bulldogs are taking on Michigan State in the 8-9 matchup. Mississippi State number 8, Michigan State number 9. The battle of the MSUs, and a lot of similarities between these two teams this year. They're both going to be playing some hard-nosed defense. They're going to play hard. Michigan State a little bit different in what they like to do, getting out and running with some pace offensively, and even on made baskets, getting out and running a little bit. And that's something that Chris Jans mentioned during the day, and also the players, and we talked to the players as well, as things that they got to do well tomorrow on Thursday, when these two teams go to battle here at Spectrum Center. 11:15 a.m. your time if you're in Mississippi, Central Standard Time, 12:15 here for us on the East Coast. It's going to be a big-time matchup for Mississippi State. It's a game that I think that they can win if they're playing at their best, but that's kind of the key for them. They got to be playing some good basketball here as we enter March. Mississippi State is looking to make a run in the NCAA Tournament, and it's one or done. I mean, if you come out with a bad ball game, you're going to go home, and that's something that this team does not want to do. They want to extend their stay here. They want to play here on Sunday in the second round of the NCAA Tournament as well, which quite possibly could be a matchup with number 1 seeded North Carolina, but that's something that you worry about when that time comes. For Thursday, their focus is on Michigan State, and we talked to Tom Izzo, we talked to Chris Jans, we talked to several players. I got a lot of thoughts from that in my notebook that I just posted over on Maroon and White Daily. If you guys want to go check that out, I'm going to have a preview also coming today from the game with more thoughts. I have a couple of videos. Sean Jones, talked to him one-on-one in the locker room. I talked to DJ Jeffries one-on-one. And DJ Jeffries especially is a guy that's playing quite possibly one of his final games with Mississippi State, and he doesn't want it to be tomorrow. This is a guy that came to Mississippi State after playing 2 seasons at Memphis. Didn't go to an NCAA tournament while he was at Memphis playing for Penny Hardaway, and that was one of the reasons he went to Memphis, is he felt like those teams had a chance to go to the NCAA tournament. He didn't get a chance to do that. Played against Mississippi State in the NIT championship, but it just wasn't the same. He wanted to play in an NCAA tournament. Didn't get a chance to do it in his first year at Mississippi State, but last year they broke through and they were able to go to the NCAA tournament, albeit in the first 4. And that's one of the things he talked about when I spoke to him one-on-one, was that it's a little bit different feeling when you're playing in Dayton. And it is the NCAA tournament, but in another sense it's not. To firmly be inside the tournament is a totally different feeling. They came to this feeling a lot different on Tuesday when they got to Charlotte. And then Wednesday it just felt like a totally different deal for them. They're in a bigger arena. You know you're in the first round of the tournament. It just feels different, and this team is excited for that challenge. On the other side of it, that was a good experience for this team last year, to go to the first 4 and to kind of get that feel of an NCAA tournament, to kind of get that out of the way. Most of the guys here on this roster, with the exception of guys like Josh Hubbard, who are freshmen this year, most of those guys got a chance to experience that last year. I mean, the majority of that team that lost to Pittsburgh in the final seconds there, they got a chance to play last year, and like I said, get that out of the way. This team is now coming to this with a business-like attitude. They've been there, done that. Now they want to win. Mississippi State has not won an NCAA tournament game since 2008, and they lost in that tournament to the eventual runners-up in Memphis in the national championship. State lost to them in the second round. This team wants to kind of break that mold and get Mississippi State back in the win column in the NCAA tournament. It's been a long time. A lot of these guys don't know anything about that game. I'd venture to guess none of them were watching Mississippi State in the NCAA tournament in 2008. So this is a team that is hungry. They want to win. I get the sense that Michigan State's the same way. You know, Michigan State's a little bit different. This is a program that has grown accustomed to getting in the NCAA tournament, winning games, going to Final Fours. It's kind of amazing when you look at what Tom Izzo has done at Michigan State, and that he has been to 26 straight NCAA tournaments. And that is just unbelievable. You have your down years, you have your seasons where you got injuries, where you you just don't get in the tournament. He hasn't had those seasons. He went to the NIT his first 2 years, and other than that, he's been in the NCAA tournament every single year. And that's something that Chris Jans really admires. They've been to 8 Final Fours during his tenure. They've won a national championship. It's really impressive what he's done during his time, and it's been interesting, too, to hear both Chris Jans and Tom Izzo talk about each other. In one sense, you got Chris Jans, who early on in his career, he mentioned, and I talk about this in my notes package a little bit. You guys can go look at that. He talked about, people asking him, who would be a mentor of yours? Who do you look at as a guy that's kind of a big reason why you're coaching or your coaching style? And he said he really didn't have one, but if he had to kind of, look at a guy that he likes to pull a lot of things from, or somebody that he wants his program to kind of emulate a little bit, it would have been Michigan State. He really respected Tom Izzo from afar. Tom Izzo said he didn't really know much about Chris Jans. He did know him when he was coaching at Bowling Green, but a guy that he's just kind of followed from a distance a little bit, and he's definitely respects him, but doesn't know him as much as Chris Jans might know of Tom Izzo. But he did say this is a team that there's a little bit of fear when you look at what Mississippi State brings to the table. Coaches that he's talked to have talked about how you're going to have to really bring it for 40 minutes against this team. This is a big team, a big physical team, even at the guard position. And Tom Izzo respects that. He respects what Mississippi State brings to the table. So I'm expecting another dogfight for Mississippi State. Michigan State is not going to be scared of Mississippi State in any sense. And I think the same thing for Mississippi State. There's no reason for Mississippi State to be intimidated or scared of anybody that they see the rest of the way. They've gone up against Tennessee twice. They've gone up against Kentucky, Alabama twice, Auburn twice. They've played, Auburn, they've actually played 3 times now, but they've played some of the best teams in the country. They've played several top 10 teams, several top 15 teams. They shouldn't be afraid of anybody at this point. I don't think they will. This is a team that is going to be a tough out, I think, and when and if they do lose, it would be a shock if Mississippi State didn't put up a major fight. So hopefully that's not on Thursday. Hopefully Mississippi State comes out, gives you guys something to be excited about. Hopefully we're here until Sunday and we get a chance to watch Mississippi State play in the second round of the tournament. It's been a long time since Mississippi State fans have been able to see that. So we will be here to cover it. I got a couple of stories running today that you guys can read. I will have full game coverage, obviously, on Maroon and White Daily, and you guys can check in with me at about 11:15 Mississippi time for the game thread. We'll have some good conversation in there. I'm hoping that there's a good outcome for the Bulldogs coming your way. So make sure you're over there checking it out. So we got some VIP content, some premium content for you. If you're a fan of Maroon and White Daily and you're subscribing over there, and if you aren't, what are you doing? You need to get over there right now. We got a $1 for the first month deal that you can get on right now. You can read all of our premium content for just $1. Can't beat that. And I promise you, you're not going to want to leave after that. The rest of the way, you guys are going to want to subscribe to us full time and be a part of our community. We got a great thing going. We'd love to have you. We've made a tremendous jump in subscriptions here on the YouTube channel as well. So if you haven't done that, please jump on board and subscribe to this YouTube channel. It's free. You will be notified every time that we run a video, which we are starting to do pretty regular at this point. I'll have a post-game wrap from the game tomorrow, and hopefully on Friday we'll have another wrap kind of like this from Mississippi State's practice day, so we can have some more conversation about Mississippi State's season continuing. So I'm hoping that we can bring that to you coming up the rest of this weekend. All right, guys, stay tuned. Tons of stuff coming your way the rest of the week. So we're looking forward to talk to you more the rest of this week about Mississippi State sports. All right, Robbie Falk signing off from here in Charlotte. We'll see you tomorrow. Catch you down the road.